Let's get to JP's bets of the week. No longer coined the best bets of the week.
It is still on the graphic.
Yeah,
we
but
didn't get the okay
we're
to
now
change it.
informally calling it the JP's bets of the week until further notice, until some improvement.
I mean, that's fair.
It looks like you're volume shooting this week a little bit.
No, I went down a rabbit hole.
Okay, gotcha.
Which I haven't done since week one, or week one of the NFL, I should say. Week two of our bets. But right now, the way we sit, we are 9, 18, and 1. So we're doing great. Obviously, we had a great week with our pessimistic bets last week. But we've got 4 bets this week that I have went down a rabbit hole. And the rabbit hole involves Monday Night Football and Thursday Night Football. And so
Cool.
I'll start first with Thursday Night Football. Teams this year following a loss on Thursday Night Football are 1-7, but 4-2 against the spread. No, I'm lying. They are 4-2. Sorry. Teams following a loss on Thursday Night Football are 4-2 this year. That is against the spread as well. The Cowboys, following a loss on opening night, beat the Giants. The Commanders, following a loss to the Packers, beat the Raiders. The Dolphins, following the heartbreaking loss to the Bills, beat the Jets on Monday Night Football. The Cardinals, following the loss to Seattle, should have flippin' beat the Titans, but they found whatever reason to lose that game, and you need to go back and listen to how they lost that game, or just go watch that game again, because how do you not win that game? The Rams lost to Mac Jones on Thursday Night Football, responded with the win against the Ravens. The Eagles lost to Jackson Dart and then beat the Vikings. So this week, who lost on Thursday Night Football? The Pittsburgh Steelers. Do they beat the Packers and make it 5-2 against the spread? That's 5-1 straight up, but 4-2 against the spread. And of course, the Cardinals should have beat them. So that's 6-0 essentially. So the first bet is Pittsburgh plus 3.5, following the loss on Thursday Night Football. I think they'll respawn with the extra time off and defeat the Packers. And I am taking that at 3.5 because that's when I put my bet in for this segment, and the spread just changed. I'm not taking the 2.5. I disagree. I will not stand for that. We need wins, so I'm going to take whatever I want. Deal with it.
But this doesn't help them because it's not 3.5, right?
It's going to change back, so they'll be good in a couple days.
Cool. Okay, sounds good.
Yes. Okay, again, Thursday Night Football. Teams following a win on Thursday Night Football. The Eagles beat the Chiefs and covered the spread. The Packers, though, following their win against the Commanders, lost to the Browns. The Buffalo Bills, following their win against the Dolphins, did not cover the spread against the Saints. The Seahawks beat Arizona and then lost to the Buccaneers. The 49ers, with Mac Jones, lost to the Buccaneers after beating the Rams. The Giants, after beating the Eagles, lost to the Saints. 1-5 against the spread, and also 1-5 straight up. So the Bengals won last week on Thursday Night Football and go to play the Jets and Tyrod Taylor this week in Cincinnati. Jets have not won a game this year. So I will go ahead and tell you it's not a best bet, but I'd consider potentially betting on Jets money line.
Wow.
A defeated team that's also in the graveyard. But I'll take the Jets plus 6.5.
Sure.
To cover the spread, and to continue that trope for Thursday Night Football. So that's my second. Now we go to Monday Night Football. My other best bets are coming from there as well. Teams this year following a loss on Monday Night Football are 1-7. The only win this year is the Kansas City Chiefs won on Sunday Night Football against the Lions after losing to the Jaguars on Monday Night Football. There are 2 teams that lost this past weekend on Monday Night Football. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers to the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans to Seattle. I'm going to take the Buccaneers to be like the Kansas City Chiefs as one of those elite teams separated themselves from the pack to the Jets, the Bengals, the Ravens, the Raiders, Houston, and Chicago, who were the teams that had won or that had lost. And I'm going to take the Bucks to win and cover against the Saints. -3.5. I'm going to take Tampa Bay to cover that. How is the spread only 3.5? This makes no sense to me. That's diabolical too. Just straight up. How are the Saints only 3.5 point underdogs to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? So give me the Bucks to trump that trope. I said that right? Yes.
I think so. I don't know the word trope, but if Jack's gonna, I don't know that word, but I'm gonna trust you.
I don't love the use,
It's not great.
but it works in a pinch.
What does trope mean?
I don't know.
Okay, cool. So it means what you're
Maybe
using.
trump
it for.
that trend. Let's say
Trend
I
that.
is
think
better.
trend is a great
Way
word.
better.
A trope is like on a show if like something happens over and over again.
Yeah.
It's like a trope. Or like a classic trope on a show is
Yeah,
like
you're right.
enemies to lovers. That's a
Yeah,
classic
so
trope.
the classic trope would be teams losing after losing on Monday Night
Yes,
Football.
that's why I like
Correct.
it, but I don't love it because like a word like trend is just a little better in this
Yeah,
context.
yeah.
But trope works.
You didn't know you were gonna learn on this show, did you? This is to the viewers, not y'all.
Tampa Bay -3.5 is my bet. And so the other one, like I mentioned, the Texans lost to Seattle on Monday Night Football, and they play this week against the 49ers. They host the San Francisco 49ers. Like I said, 1-7 teams are following a loss on Monday Night Football. I'm going to take San Francisco to upset because I don't think Houston is like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Kansas City Chiefs, separated from the pack. Give me the San Francisco 49ers +1.5 in an upset for Mac Jones on the road in Houston. Those are my 4 best bets on that. The Bills were on a bye, so maybe the Bills are in a tough spot, but that also could say maybe. You know what? Screw it. We're going to take Buffalo this weekend. I need to find their spread as well. The Buffalo Bills lost to the Falcons in front of my eyes on Monday Night Football. They got the bye week, and now they go again on the road to the NFC South, and this time the Carolina Panthers. They're 7.5 point favorites. Bryce Young is potentially hurt, potentially not playing, so maybe Andy Dalton. Give me Buffalo as a 5th best bet, -7.5, so we get a nice round
Cool.
number of 5.
Getting up shots.
Yeah. At this point, this is what it's going to take. So give
I
me
mean,
Buffalo.
when you're 9 games behind 500, the only way to catch up this week is to make 9 best
I mean,
bets.
it's not true. To catch up this week, that is accurate.
Sadly, I have another trend, but it won't work this week. We may use it next week, though. But teams following a win on Monday Night Football this year are 3-6 against the spread. The
Cool.
Lions and the Seahawks are both on byes this week, so I can't bet on them. But we're going to have 5 best bets. Pittsburgh +3.5. San Francisco +1.5. Tampa Bay -3.5. The New York Jets +6.5. And newly added Buffalo -7.5 against the Carolina Panthers. 5-0 week. You can't tell me otherwise. And we're going to get back on track and get to 14-18-1. This concludes what potentially is the final week. We name this the Best Bets segment.
Sure.
Everything's on the line, so we need this to go well for us.
Let's have a week.
Let's have a week.